Good afternoon, gardening friends. It is the last day of the year, 2011, December 21st, at a little before 3 p.m. We'll call this the New Year's episode because I don't know if I'm going to shoot anything tomorrow. So here's the updates. Here is, while I step over things, so pardon the jumping around, but we've got the lima bean, we got the tomato, we got the broom corn, we got chamomile. Looking decent. Maybe we'll get some more. Look at the volunteer, don't know what it is. Actually kind of looking like basil now. Speaking of basil, here's more basil. More basil. More basil. Yeah, let's see, in the planters, no volunteers here. We got something starting to grow in there. Not quite sure what it is. Sorry, I'm sure you can hear a little ticking sound as the autofocus goes. I'm probably going to change cameras. Back to my old camera. A bud of something. Don't know what it is yet. Nothing in this particular planter. I'm not sure what I planted. I have to go back and watch my own videos. There is one little bud there. More of the broom corn. And a little pot in there which was supposed to be the child of the big zinnia plant. That child died. Sorry. Let me step around some of my stuff here. We've got, I think, more chamomile in with some marigold. Needs a little cleaning. More seeds, no marigold yet. Nothing yet in the tribute planter. The big marigold planter. The branch of a tomato plant. You can just kind of see most of this is, honestly, the watermelon. Sorry, I'm still stepping around some things here. The watermelon itself looks okay, but the plant looks pretty much dead. So I don't know. I may make a decision sometime soon on that. And meanwhile, I'm working on building some supports. Let me show you this. And let me see if I can't move this a little bit more visible. So it comes up and it's built like that, and I accidentally put in the top piece is too long. It was supposed to be a shorter piece. I cut this all out of a single 2x3, not 2x4, and I took the remainder and mounted it on the top by accident, so I'll fix that. But ultimately the plan is to put it up against the wall like this. I'll secure it much like I have the support secured underneath the other shelf. This will ultimately replace that shelf. It will get the plants up higher so they can get more sun, and I will make it double wide or double deep on that shelf, so there'll be two of them. From this perspective, they'd be left to right, two of them side by side. So they'll give me much more shelf space to actually put pots. So that's the plans, and I kind of got busy today managing an apartment complex. You do run into things, even on the last day of the year. But that's the plan. I'll probably try and finish the construction late today or early tomorrow, and I'll update you when I got that. That's it for now. Okay, it's officially Happy New Year, gardening fans. It's the morning of the 1st, and here's a little update. We've got the first shelf up, and we put the plants on it. You kind of see how that worked out. The only thing is I noticed that I've got this little bit right here that's hanging over right there, and so I guess what I'm going to have to do when I put the next shelf up along here, this is just going to have to be a little gap right there. The reason why there's a gap there is because it didn't go all the way back, even though I had to cut, if I can move this, I had to cut a slot to fit it in, and that slot wasn't perfect, but also I still have the cable ties here holding these on, and so I couldn't push it all the way back anyway, or that would have compromised these. So sort of a compromise to get it all done. That's where we are. Now I'm going to go pick up more materials. Alright folks, it's now a few hours later, and I would have completed the shelf all the way across to about there, except that I ran out of cable ties. So I have all the fixings. I even have some pieces cut ready to go for more brackets, and you can kind of see underneath what I did. But there we are. That should at least allow me to put together a few more pots. It occurs to me there's one more thing I need to show you folks. The pine tree in the background looks a little odd because there's just pine needles growing out of the trunk. Well, it turns out this thing just keeps going and going, and it gets up to about there before it branches, and it goes way up above the eave line before it branches again. This, my friends, is a volunteer. Landed, I guess a pine cone landed, managed to bury itself, and it grew. This is being removed tomorrow. We're reworking the landscaping around here. This was not part of the original plan. There's another tree right next to it which was part of the plan, and we don't want that tree to die. Actually, it looks pretty bad right now, but for those of you on the East Coast, you know why. It's dropped its leaves. Even in California, some trees will drop their leaves. Anyway, the oddball looking pine tree is going away. If I think about it tomorrow, I'll try and capture it when they remove it, but that's only if I manage to coordinate that. That's it for now. Okay, I guess there's a little bit more. I decided to go ahead and plant some more of the seeds I harvested from the tall zinnia, from 3 different flowers in 2, and then one more pot here, 3 pots, so 3 flowers, 3 pots. I even left a little petal sticking up. Over here, took some old seeds I had, which is exactly how the zinnia started, carnation and stock. And those are old, don't expect much, but we'll see what happens. Lemon cucumber, I'm going to try that again. This is a smaller pot, but bigger than the ones on the end there. Then we have the watermelon, sugar baby watermelon seeds. And we'll see what happens with that. I've still got the other watermelon over there. So starting fresh with this. And then I decided maybe what I should do is take some of the seeds that I harvested last year from fruit that I actually ate. So this is my kabocha squash. Got a few in there. We'll see what germinates, and we'll see what happens.